Hello. I am the final boss. Beat me and you can go home. So. Step up! No. You guys having a good day today? Everybody having a good day? Yeah? I'm having a good day. No one's called me Santa Claus yet today. That's how I judge it now. It's my least favorite time of year to look like this, really. I live in downtown Atlanta. Homeless people love to call me Santa. They like to call me Big Santa in Atlanta. Santa, of course, is known for being fat, so when you put big in front of it, it's just an extra insult that you're sneaking into the interaction, you know? I gave a homeless guy $1 the other day. He was like, thank you, Big Santa. I appreciate it, Big Santa. Thank you, Big Santa. Thank you, Big Santa. I'm like, how do you have a dance for it? I don't understand. It's like the choreography hurts more than the nickname. And he saw me make a face. He's like, oh, do you want the money back? Which I didn't even know was an option in that transaction. And I was like, no, you keep the money. He's like, thank you, Big Santa. I appreciate it, Big Santa. Thank you, Big Santa. Thank you, Big Santa. And he like moonwalks away from me. And I'm like checking to see if I'm in a music video. And then this woman comes up to me and says, excuse me, I just saw what you did there. And I want to let you know that every time you give a homeless person $1, you're teaching them that they never have to get a job. And I was about to tell Ann Coulter to fuck off. But the homeless guy heard what she said and raised his hand and said, I got this. And then he just chased that bitch down the street. So, God is real. And he does amazing work on Peachtree Street right now. So don't even step to him. I've realized recently that food is my drug. I mean, I still do drugs. I'm not an asshole. But I have a friend of mine. He's a sex addict. And he talks about it all the time, even though nobody asks. And we were at breakfast, and he had me trapped in a conversation about his sex addiction. And he kept saying that he found out that sex was his drug. And I was like, ugh, you put me off my frittata, but how do you mean? What do you mean exactly? And he's like, well, I learned about myself is that I can't live without the feeling of other people's hands on my body. And I was like, I am never hugging you again. But, oh, my God, food is my drug. And he's like, how do you know? And I was like, because I can't live without the feeling of crumbs on my body. Every time I stand up, there's a distinct sound of tss as the crumbs and seasonings escape the folds of my many tasty crevices, nooks and crannies. Just a flavor-packed English muffin of a man. I've had rock bottoms with food, so I know it's my drug. I've like woken up covered in powdered sugar, like, not again! Help me, God, make better choices, you know? I had one recently. I was at Taco Bell where a lot of bad things happened for me. But I was at Taco Bell, and I bought so much Taco Bell for myself that when I put it in the passenger seat of my car, it set off the fasten seatbelt alert. Which in the moment felt like God being like, ding, ding, you're fat. It's like, you know what else is Bel Grande? You bitch, you're Bel Grande now. Oh. It is bad. I scream Baja Blast when I come. It's bad. I used to say Crunchwrap Supreme, but I don't last as long, so it's... I tried going to a nutritionist about this to get all of this under control. And the nutritionist, very happy woman. I don't understand why, but she was very happy. And she was like, what do you like to eat? Or whatever. And I was like, chips, Brenda. I actually need them to live. Don't take my chips, you know? And she's like, well, why don't you try cucumber slices instead? I was like, why the fuck would I do that? And she's like, well, they're crunchy just like chips. I'm like, so are light bulbs. What the fuck are we doing here? Your job sucks and everybody hates you, Brenda. Everybody hates you. And then she asked me, Brenda, she asked me, have you ever eaten a salad for breakfast? which I didn't even know was a thing that straight people or that skinny people were doing. Do you know what I'm saying? All these straight skinny people eating salads and shit. I didn't even know about that. Salad for breakfast? What's for lunch? The barrel of a gun, Brenda? Is that what we're doing? I'll never gain another pound. She asked me where I like to eat. She's like, where's your favorite place to eat? And I was like, my mouth. But I knew what she meant. My favorite place, it turns out, is by myself in my car at night. It's a favorite place to eat. That's when the magic happens. She's like, well, you know every snack you eat in your car doesn't have to be a bad snack. Instead of Cheetos, you can eat a carrot. And I was like, again, why the fuck would I do that? Oh. And she's like, well, they're both orange. I'm like, but that's not why anybody eats either of those things, though. I need you to know that, Brenda. I need you. I would, side note here. I would look like a serial killer eating a carrot in my car by myself at night. See something, say something. I saw a fat bitch eating a carrot in his car by himself at night. I'm worried about the farmers markets in the area. Please send snacks. It's just ridiculous. My last name, Bear, is Welsh, and it means fat homosexual with a beard, so I'm nailing that. I am a gay. I'm the gay. I'm a gay. I am a gay. But I'm also like a Christian. I'm a gay Christian. It's hard to tell which one of those is more off-putting sometimes. I'm actually America's gay Christian sweetheart, so tell your friends. I am married. My husband and I were together for 20 years this year. So I do sense that many of you are going to die alone, and I have somebody. That's just how God's working now, right? So, my husband's from South Georgia, so he grew up around hunting and guns, and he hunts guns, I guess. I don't know what he does with the guns. I've never handled or shot a gun before, mostly because when something shoots off in my life, it's a good thing, Taking a lot of shots to the face and survive them all, It's just, this is not a beer, and it's the noise my husband makes. He goes, oh, and I'm like, not again, It's just. He's real adamant though about the gun thing. He's like, you don't shoot the gun, shoot the gun. And I'm like, honey, I don't even turn on the grill. It turns out we don't even have a grill. There's just this garbage can that I try to light fires in and make hot dogs. That's it. But then he got all serious. He's like, all right, well, what are you going to do when the straight people come to the house to kill us? Right? I was like, first of all, who put that on the calendar? Why would we ever just send regrets to that? Sounds like a fucking trap. And I guess I never thought about it. I guess I thought if a straight person came to my house to kill me, they'd be like, I'm straight, I'm here to kill you. And I'd be like, in those shoes, really? Is that? Why don't you kill yourself? Slam, you know what I mean? Like, psychological warfare or whatnot. My husband was not satisfied. He was like, you need a weapon. He actually offered to buy me a crossbow, and I'm like, too gay. Too gay. But I came up with something, so I now have a weapon. I am a weaponized homosexual like they talk about on Fox News, so look out. I have a weapon. Pow, pow, On his nightstand, he has a gun, and on my nightstand, I have a can of wasp spray and a lighter. Because I'm going down flaming, honey, okay? It's just... A 13-foot flame works good with a shoulder shimmy, too. You're like, it's the end of day. I do love straight people. Not just because they're 96% of the population and control all the resources. I like when a straight person's like, I ain't going to make a wedding cake for a gay person. Meh. Like, I love that. I don't know why I love it. I shouldn't. I probably should be mad about it. But it always makes me so, like, you know, I just imagine that person being like, I ain't making 3 tiers for them 2 queers. What are you talking about? I didn't go to Betty Crocker Bible College to make gay people cake on their wedding day. You know, like, it just touches my heart. And it's weird, too, because, like, if you've read the Bible, I mean, I've studied the Bible, okay? I was raised Catholic. I was molested secularly, but I was raised Catholic. And there's only one verse in the entire Bible about cake, and that's Ecclesiastes, if you're nasty's 9:7, which reads, go eat your cakes with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart. God has already approved of what you do. Sounds like I've been pre-approved for that wedding cake, actually. So you can just slide that shit right over, right? It's in there. Look it up. I do think of all the things to deny gay people, cake is the weirdest thing on the list. Because if you think about it, cake is just gay bread. Like one day a loaf of bread was like, I could be sweeter. Cover me with what? Oh my God, do it. Enjoy that cake at the break room the next time you have it. Just dripping and frosting. Like I said, I was raised Catholic. My parents were very adamant. Like, if you're gay, you're going to burn in hell forever. And I'm like, we live in Georgia. What's the fucking difference? Maybe you should have raised me somewhere nice, mother. You know, like, I've had swamp ass since the day I was born. Woman, try being gay with swamp ass. That's hell. Ah, you know, I don't know. But when I was in my 20s, I found my faith again, and I got in touch with God again, and He's amazing. But I prayed to God for a sign. I never prayed for a sign in my entire life, and I decided I want God to send me a sign. It's okay for me to be gay. And so for 5 nights in a row, I prayed, God, if it's okay for me to be gay, please send me a sign. Love, Ian. And then for 5 nights in a row, God sent me a hotter Puerto Rican man that wanted to sleep with me, and we did. I received God's bounty. I want to be clear about that. On the 3rd night, I gave a little bounty, but mostly received. So, okay, but then at the end of the 5th night, I was confused again, so I got back on my knees, and I prayed to God, and I was like, God, first of all, thank you. What a week. But I have a question. Do you have a type, or do I? And then I packed my bags and left Puerto Rico. My name's Ian Neighbor. This is my time. Thank you guys so much.